Good morning from not so sunny Miami, Florida. This is our backyard. It's a mess right now. Don't judge. Our grass is half dead, but we are in the midst of tropical storm Isaias or Isaiah or however it is that they're calling it now. So these are just some of the little leftover clouds. Thank God we were skirted by this storm. But because the day, obviously, there's our cat. Hi, kitty. Meow, meow. But since the storm pretty much skirted us and is headed more towards Central Florida, we decided today was not the day to go fishing. Our poor boat is sitting there waiting to be used. So what we're doing instead today is Captain Rob is going to be creating, oh, where is he? There he is. Hi. He's going to be creating some lures for our next little trip out. Let's see what he's up to.
No good for this. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. It's a rare sight that you see me on camera and talking. So today we're going to try something a little bit different. Here we're going to make a little container for your baits and for your chum. What this is going to do is this is going to sit underneath your actual hook. It's going to have a weight down here, a sinker, some line, and some line going through it, and you're going to be able to unscrew this and put whatever chum or bait you want to put in here so the fish can smell it and basically attract the fish closer to the hook to where your bait is, and hopefully get some strikes and catch some fish. So first thing you need is a little bit of a little medicine bottle, and what I've done is I've already pre-drilled the holes. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got pre-drilled holes all around the medicine bottle, okay? And then I've got a pre-drilled hole right up there and a pre-drilled hole at the bottom. Now I'm also going to go and I'm going to drill some more holes around this hole just to let in more water and let it flood very quickly. So let's do that now really quick. I have a very thin drill bit here. It's I think it's a 1/8 drill bit is what I've got here, and just a standard drill. If you've got something a little smaller even, that'll do the job. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just drill holes around. Can't lose my beads. That's something else we're going to use. But just drill some holes around. And you don't have to do this in any kind of specific order or any kind of design element, so to speak. Just, a few holes in there just to make sure the water gets in. These black marks that you see here, I had initially marked off where I wanted the holes with a Sharpie. I don't know that you need that. So what you are gonna need is, like I said, you need a medicine bottle, okay? Or any other type of bottle really that's gonna have a secure top here. As you can see, this is child proof, so it doesn't open unless I actually squeeze it in. I'm using 20-pound monofilament in this one. This is gonna be relatively light tackle, so I'm using 20-pound monofilament. So I'm using a couple of little bit of a larger beads here, medium-sized beads, and a couple of smaller beads. This is going to be one set for the bottom and one set for the top of the bottle. So a small one, a small one and a medium one for the bottom, and a small one and a medium one for the top. Then I'm also using a little bit of a sinker here. Relatively lightweight sinker. This is a number 14 sinker. So you can see there. I don't know if you can get a good look at it there. That's a number 14 sinker. And you can make them smaller or bigger depending on your needs, because we're gonna put a swivel hook at the bottom of this rig so that you can change these sinkers out relatively easily. And then I'm gonna use 2 little swivels here, just straight up swivels. This is gonna hold the lines obviously together and unify them. And then, like I said, this is gonna be for relatively small fish. So what I'm using here is a number 2 or 3/0 circle hook is what I'm gonna be using. You're also gonna need a swivel with a disconnect here. So this is going to be what you connect your sinker to, and this is gonna help you quickly get it on and off of the swivel. Drawing here really quick of what this is going to look like when we're done, okay? So as you can see here, I don't know if it's in frame correctly, but if you can see here, okay, this is your medicine bottle right here, okay? This is what's going to hold whatever bait or chum you decide you want to put in here, okay? On the bottom of that medicine bottle right here, you're gonna have the line that's gonna go through the cap, okay? Through the bottle, out the front here with the sinker. This line's gonna hold the sinker and a couple of beads just to stop it from snagging the line on the hole. On top of the bottle, you're gonna have your bottle cap, okay, the top of your bottle, and that's going to be connected to the same line with a couple of beads here as well. And then that's gonna terminate at a little swivel like so, okay? Then from this swivel, we'll attach the line with the hook that will hopefully doing all the damage. I'm gonna do a separate video on rigging this line here, but for right now, we're gonna do just up to here to show you guys how to rig the actual bottle.
Go.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to run our monofilament line through here and out the bottom of the bottle. So again, this is 20-pound test, so this is for relatively light tackle. You know, this is more for inshore fishing, you know, some smaller snook, maybe some smaller some bonefish, maybe some tarpon, trout, you know, some nice flats fishing, if you will. So I'm gonna cut this line off to get a nice fresh piece that isn't bent or anything or frayed. I might go a different route as my wife suggested, but let's try. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go a different route here. So what we're gonna do is, instead of feeding it from the top, we're gonna feed it from the bottom here, make it easier. What that's gonna do is it's gonna require us to pre-cut a predetermined length of line, and I'm gonna err on the side of caution here, and I'm gonna cut more than I need just to make sure that we have. So I'm gonna cut a nice big chunk of line. This is probably 4 or 5 feet of line. It's more than what we need, but I like to err on the side of caution. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna feed this through, and we're gonna backwards engineer it. So I'm gonna feed it through the bottom, right there, okay? I'm gonna feed it all the way through. And then we're essentially gonna build it from the bottom up. So let me just grab the line here, okay? And then we're gonna have it fed. I'm gonna feed it through the cap. Okay. And then this is essentially what you're gonna be left with, okay? For the moment. I don't know if you can see that, but you've got the line running all the way through from the bottom all the way through the top. So what we're going to do now is we're going to feed a couple of beads through, okay? We're gonna feed the smaller bead first. Right through there. Then we're gonna feed one of the larger beads. So this is gonna do two things. This is going to give it a little bit of weight, and it's also gonna prevent the swivel from snagging in through this, through the actual hole. And then we're gonna just attach the swivel to this. To the end of this, we're gonna attach the swivel, and this is what's going to hold the sinker. So we're gonna put the swivel with the quick release, and just your standard fisherman's knot here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and feed it through. And then we're just gonna go ahead and turn, 5 or 6 times and get it done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run this right back through there. And then just make sure that that knot is nice and tight. And then we're gonna cut off the tag. I like to leave a little itty bitty piece of tag on my rigs. I don't like to cut them all the way down to the knots. So I left just a hair on there. So now we can open up the quick release here, and we can put in our sinker. And there we go. That's easy peasy. That's the bottom half of the rig, okay? Now we're gonna work on the top half. The top half is just as easy and quick. We're gonna get, more line than we need, and then we're gonna put the beads through. So let's feed the small bead first. Go ahead and feed that through. Then we're gonna feed the larger bead. Go ahead and feed that through. Okay. So now this is what the top of our rig looks like. Now, one thing to keep in mind, okay, is that you want to give yourself enough space here to work, because while these beads are gonna move up and down, okay, you need to be able to have enough space to open up your top, put your chum in there, put your bait in there, put whatever it is you're gonna use to attract the fish. So give yourself enough room to work. You don't wanna tie it off, so close that you're not gonna have any room to put stuff off. So give yourself, a good 8 inches, 6 inches, give yourself enough room to work. All right, so I've cut it down a little bit to kind of help with the actual tying of the knot. So we're gonna give ourselves a little couple of inches to play with here. This is, I think, more than enough play here to open up and, load whatever we need to load in here. So here's our swivel, okay? And then we're just going to do about that much, and we're gonna do, again, just a standard knot. Got one. I'm gonna do it real close here to the swivel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like to use 6 just as a standard number. Then we're gonna go ahead and feed it right through the loop. We're gonna cinch that nice and taut. there we go. We have a nice tight knot there. We have a nice tight knot there on the swivel. Okay, again, we're gonna cut off a bit of this tag. Let's see if these overly sized scissors cooperate with us this time. So there we go. Just leave, I like to leave a little bit of a hair there. Okay, and then here you have it. Okay, so this is the chumming rig that we're gonna start using, and hopefully it'll catch some good fish for us. Now, I will say this, that this was not my idea or my creation. I saw another fisherman on another YouTube channel build one of these, and I figured, you know, let me go ahead and we're gonna try this, and we're gonna do it ourselves and build one out. You can add more weight to this if you wanted down here, and you can put a smaller weight on here. So thank you guys for watching today. Thanks for taking the time. Don't forget to like and subscribe right down here, right down there, and follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on all the social medias, and tight lines.